The diplomatic rift between Mexico and Ecuador intensified dramatically following a dramatic incident where Ecuadorian authorities forcefully entered Mexico's embassy in Quito to apprehend Jorge Glass, the former vice president of Ecuador. Glass, who was arrested late Friday, had previously been convicted of bribery and corruption charges and is still under investigation for other alleged offences. The arrest sparked a widespread condemnation from leaders across the Americas, leading Mexico's president to declare the severance of diplomatic relations with Ecuador. Glass had sought asylum in Mexico and had been residing in the embassy since December, with Mexico granting asylum only on Friday. López Obrador directed Mexican Foreign Minister Alicia Bárcena to suspend diplomatic relations with Ecuador, condemning the arrest as authoritarian and a breach of international law and Mexican sovereignty. Bárcena promptly announced the immediate suspension of diplomatic ties with Ecuador. Ecuadorian authorities had requested permission from Mexico to enter the embassy and apprehend Glass, who had been convicted in 2017 for accepting bribes from the Brazilian construction company Odebrecht in exchange for government contracts. So, who is Jorge Glass and what charges is he facing? Jorge Glass, who held the position of vice president during Rafael Correa's presidency from 2013 to 2017, has faced legal turmoil due to corruption allegations. He has been convicted twice in corruption cases and is currently facing new charges related to the misuse of public resources. Initially sentenced to 6 years in late 2017 for accepting bribes from the Brazilian construction company Odebrecht in exchange for government contracts, Glass encountered further legal trouble in 2020. He received an 8-year sentence for allegedly diverting funds from contractors to finance political campaigns for Correa's movement. Correa, who has been residing in Belgium since leaving office, was also implicated and convicted in the same case. Both Glass and Correa have consistently claimed that the charges against them are politically motivated, although prosecutors refute these allegations. Despite serving more than 4 years in prison, Glass was released in 2022 only to be incarcerated again later the same year. Despite his lawyers' attempts to have his sentences served concurrently and secure parole, a court ruled that he must serve the remainder of his sentences consecutively. He was released once more in November 2022. However, Glass's legal battles continue as he faces new accusations of misappropriating funds allocated for the reconstruction of the Manabí province following a devastating earthquake in 2016. In December, his legal team appealed a judge's decision to return him to prison, citing concerns for his safety, but their appeal was denied. On Saturday, governments across the political spectrum in Latin America, including Brazil and Colombia on the left and Argentina and Uruguay on the right, sharply criticized the arrest of Glass. Brazil's government condemned Ecuador's move as a clear violation of international norms prohibiting such a raid on a foreign embassy, while Argentina called for compliance with the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. But in a region that is no stranger to political explosions, what has provoked such a fierce outrage? The arrest marked the culmination of a week marked by escalating tensions between Mexico and Ecuador. The rift began when Quito expelled the Mexican ambassador, declaring them persona non grata, following what it deemed as regrettable remarks made by leftist President López Obrador. López Obrador had drawn parallels between election-related violence in both nations, questioning the narrative linking the murder of Ecuadorian presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio to the leftist contender in the race, who ultimately faced defeat. Moreover, López Obrador attributed the purported manipulation of elections to what he labeled as corrupt media, a recurring target of his criticism throughout his tenure of nearly 6 years. International law experts and leaders across the region have said that the move violated long-established international laws that few rulers have dared to breach. It's almost an unprecedented act. To date, there are only a tiny handful of cases of raids on embassies on the books. By forcing their way into the Mexican embassy to make the arrest, Ecuadorian police effectively intruded into Mexican sovereign territory, said Natalia Saltalamacchia, a professor on international relations at the Autonomous Technological Institute of Mexico. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador called the break-in a flagrant violation of international law and the sovereignty of Mexico. The legal basis for the arguments presented by Saltalamacchia, López Obrador, and other leaders stems from the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations, an agreement dating back to 1963. This convention delineates specific regulations concerning diplomatic immunity, which effectively prohibits authorities from forcibly entering embassies, among other provisions. Saltalamacchia contended that by forcefully apprehending individuals within the embassy, the Ecuadorian government breached another section of the Accords. These regulations serve to uphold robust diplomatic relations globally and enable diplomats to fulfill their duties without the threat of retaliation. The Friday night raid is a move even the region's most criticized governments have hesitated to take, and something Ecuador's own government once declared illegal. Most notably, and rather ironically, the British government threatened to raid Ecuador embassy in 2012 to go after WikiLeaks leader Julian Assange, who was seeking asylum in Ecuador. We are deeply shocked by the British government's threats against the sovereignty of the Ecuadorian embassy and their suggestion that they may forcibly enter the embassy, said Ecuador's government at the time. This is a clear breach of international law and the protocols set out in the Vienna Convention. British authorities never made good on their threat, and only a few examples of actual violations have been documented in recent decades. So, what next? The Mexican Foreign Ministry has announced its intention to lodge a formal complaint with the United Nations International Court of Justice. Simultaneously, the government of leftist Colombian President Gustavo Petro has declared its intent to pursue human rights protections for Jorge Glass through the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. They argue that Glass's right to asylum was barbarously violated. Additionally, the Organization of American States, based in Washington, has stated that a session of its permanent council will be convened to address the imperative of adhering strictly to international treaties.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.